I have vague memories of my childhood. It's just like flashes of memories. Like I'll remember Christmas with Uncle Eck, and so my parents divorced when I was really little. I was 3 years old. Baba really, she just grabbed 2 suitcases, 2 kids, and moved out. She was a very proud lady. I know she struggled, and she was alone for a very long time. She wasn't dating or, trying to find a relationship to make her happy. She was focused on work and 2 kids. Just really, I had a good childhood. I didn't have too many friends in elementary school, but by the time I reached high school, I got into ballroom dancing and just feeling very good about myself. So I had a lot of fun in high school. Really good friends that I still keep in touch with. Gosha, Chicha Gosha, who has a daughter, Iga, her husband, Tomek. We're still keeping in touch. So when I was 16, my grandmother's sister got sick with multiple sclerosis, and she and her husband lived in Brooklyn in the United States. And they asked Baba to come to America to help take care of her aunt. And to me, it was really hard because she's the only parent I have. I'm 16 years old, and so I pretty much lived on my own in my mother's house with my father in the same city, but just stopping by every 2 weeks to leave me some money. So I was in high school, living on my own, and my mother was in America. She would write letters. There was no quick phone calls or internet, so we didn't really have that quick connection to each other. So Baba really wanted Uncle Eck and I to come visit. I remember going over to Gosha's apartment and letting her know that Uncle Eck and I got visas. And she got really upset. She wasn't thrilled because we were planning on getting married at the same time, having kids at the same time, raising them in the city together, having fun. And then all of a sudden, I was saying, oh yeah, I'm going to go visit my mom in the States. And she looked at me and she said, then you're not going to come back. So it was supposed to be just a visit for the summer. And as we were on the plane, Uncle Eck was already saying, oh no, I think I want to stay. But as soon as we got to JFK, I got off that plane and I'm like, okay, I'm going back to Poland. So I turned 18 in March. I graduated from high school in June. And July 15th, we were in New York. In 1988, New York City was full of graffiti, garbage, a lot of homeless people, a lot of red light districts all over the place. It was, for an 18-year-old girl from a very sheltered, Catholic country, to me, it was a complete culture shock. The summer came and went, and towards the end, right around the time, because we had a round trip ticket, right around the time we were getting close to the time of the departure from the States back to Poland, Baba and Uncle Eck sat me down and they said, okay, what do you want to do? Uncle Eck said, I want to stay here and apply for a green card. And it was a really hard decision because I didn't want to be here. But those were the 2 closest family members I had. So leaving them behind and going back to Poland, I had close friends in Poland, but they weren't family. So they convinced me to stay. And Uncle Eck and I ended up getting an apartment together in Yonkers. It was a very sketchy place. But we lived there, I want to say, for about 2 years. While I was trying to learn English, I worked as a waitress, and it gave me a lot of independence. But I wanted to go back to school so badly. Oh my gosh. I applied to just one school, which I know it's unheard of in the States. I applied to Binghamton University. I put all my eggs in one basket and I got in. Got to Binghamton and was absolutely thrilled. I knew one thing that I realized is that I needed to pay attention and graduate on time. But I also wanted to have a great time because I was like making up for lost time. Got my degree, and then I got my first job in Fort Lee, New Jersey at Quasha Lipton, which is it was a benefits consulting firm. And that's where I met a woman who became my maid of honor at my wedding. And Kristen, she was so spunky and so fun. We would spend a ton of times just getting in the car on Friday after work and heading straight from Manhattan. We would spend time on the Upper East Side and Upper West Side and going to clubs. It was so fun. So it was a great first job. A year after that, March 14th, 1997, I got set up on a blind date. So he picked me up and drives me over to Ridgewood, just like 20 minutes, 25 minutes away, to this place called The Office. So we have our dinner at The Office. I remember getting a portobello mushroom sandwich. And to break the ice, I was trying to figure out, okay, what can I say to him? So just in case I have something stuck in my teeth, this black portobello mushroom, I'm not gonna feel embarrassed. So I basically told him, if I have something stuck in my teeth, you better tell me. And I remember that like it was yesterday. But so the way he was acting like he was out hanging out with a buddy. So I thought I just made a friend, and that's fine. But we ended up hanging out about 7 hours. At about 1 o'clock in the morning, he ended up dropping me off at my apartment. Again, it was 20 minutes away from Ridgewood. But a half an hour later or so, I get a phone call, again, 1:30 in the morning, and he said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I wasn't acting myself. Can I take you out again?" So we made a date for Tuesday, and very quickly we were just absolutely crazy about each other. We met March 14th, 1997. We moved in together December of 1997. He proposed February 28th, 1998. We got married September 6th, 1998. And then a month after that, we were expecting our first child. Fast track relationship, but it worked out. We're still crazy about each other. So yeah, the first baby, July 10th, 99. Second baby, November 7th, 2001. And literally within a month of starting a new job, I had to go and tell my boss, by the way, I'm pregnant. So we sold the house in Hillsdale because it wasn't large enough to house 3 kids, and we bought a house in Rivervale, and we loved that house in Rivervale, but life was a little too crazy with 3 kids in New Jersey. So we moved to New Hampshire in 2006, and we've been here ever since.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, sweetie. Are you going to make a movie like Buster? Buster.
Can I do that?
Buster.
I was Samantha, so can I do that?
No, only Samantha because she's a bigger girl than
Look at the trees and the flowers.
There's not enough episodes.
Nice.
And Mommy.
I love the one that they did that thing on.
I'll turn it over.